Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Firmbie with you, and welcome. Welcome to my little corner of the interwebs. Great to have your company. Thank you so much for dropping by. Just real quick before we get into today's episode of House Flipper. It has been some time since we've been in House Flipper. I thought it was about time we jump back into it, back into this house that we've been working on for quite some time now. I've done a little bit of off-camera work. But I'll run through that in a moment. But some quick housekeeping. Look, if you wouldn't mind just checking out in the description below just a few content creators that I really would love you to pop over and say good day to. And they're doing some great things there on their channels. Ctn Rye's over there. You've heard me mention him before on World of Warships. BigShadows. I've done some collabs, a lot of collabs with BigShadows, with Astroneum, with Raft, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Go and check his channel out too. Look, a big shout out to Christina at Your Real Estate Whisperer. Some fantastic people over in the States. Look, if you're in the States and you're looking for a real estate person, then do go and check out her channel. Christina and Eddie is doing some, as I said, fantastic work around the real estate industry. And they're just bringing to the table a little bit of brand of humour to a real estate channel. So they're doing some great work over there. And well, to be honest, just between you and me, don't tell Sydney I said this, but just between you and me, I think Sydney's actually a star in the rising. So watch out for Sydney. I think she's going to come to your screens very, very soon. So, but said that. Also, while I think of it too, a very exciting collab coming up between myself and Christina. We're just working on, obviously, doing House Flipper in game, and of course she does it IRL. So we're just looking at a collab between us. I'm not saying too much, not giving too much away at this point in time, but do keep an eye out for that. Really looking forward to working with Christina and Eddie around that. So some big things coming to the channel. So really looking forward to that. So as I said, do check out those channels and be greatly appreciated. But let's get into today's game. As I said, we've been working on Jeremy. How you doing? Great for you to drop by, man. Thank you very much for dropping by. I certainly do appreciate it. I was just doing the intro, to be honest. I only just got into game. And yeah, thanks for dropping by. We're just doing this Huckster's house. If you are a Breaking Bad fan at all, you would recognize this house very, very quickly. Speaking of quickly, I'll just run through what I've done off camera just to bring people up to speed, and then I'll get to the bordering up of the house. I just want to do something with this exterior, so just giving you a quick walk through. This place was an absolute brothel when we first started. Not that I'd know what a brothel looks like. All right, we can edit that out later, can't we? There's a picture there of what this side used to look like. Excuse me. I obviously took all the rubbish out, got all the dirt and grime and grit and crap out the way. Took some walls out, put a metric shit ton of furniture in, and so basically, again, I'll keep flicking back to IRL stuff. As I said, you know, looking forward to that collab with Your Real Estate Whisperer. Because it has a very close connection with what we're doing here in game, with basically staging a house here, and that's basically what we're doing is staging a house so that we're putting it up for sale. Got some pictures up on the wall. Yeah, some bits and bobs, some decorations. So as you can see, a bit of a look around. There was, as I was saying, a wall there in the kitchen. I took that out. This bit here, I'm not a big fan of, but look, you know, it is what it is. You know, obviously a washing machine inside the kitchen there, but you know, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about that. Quick look inside the bedrooms there. Just gone, look, simplistic, I suppose is a word there. Just a very simple bedroom. Now, last time I did have, there we go. Last time I did have problems actually getting out of that room because it's a very tight bedroom. But let's have a look at bedroom number 2. Again, took a wall out and converted it into a bedroom, kids' room, a study, that type of thing. So that's bedroom number 2. Bathroom, of course. That was an absolute mess when we first started, and yeah, went through and retiled everything, and new shower, toilet, the whole shoot and match there. speaking of shoot and match, it's a good segue if I've heard one. I've decked out the originally there was a wall here, and this was the garage, of course. But as I was saying, speaking of shoot and matches, I've actually decked it out with a survivalist in mind, and that's what I'm doing there. So obviously we've got a heap of prep supplies here, TV, a bit of a workstation going on, more supplies over here with emergency food and gas and the obligatory firearms, of course. Not terribly secure, as you can see. We just popped the roller door open, and all the neighbours can see what we're doing, of course. But look, not much we can do about that. It's not as I said, terribly secure. But let's see whether we can't pop that down. Interesting that it has audio when the roller door goes up, but not down. But anyway, it is what it is. So as I said, that's a bit of a rundown on where we are with the house. And as I said, it was just in the process of recladding the back here, and I thought, well, do I do it on camera or do it off camera? And I thought, oh, I might as well press the record button and have you guys come along for the ride as well. So by all means, if you are lurking in chat, if you want to, you know, by all means, chat away. Let me know where you're from, who you're from, what games you're into. Look, whether you play House Flipper or not. Whether in fact you're interested in flipping houses real life. You know, I know a lot of people are these days. There's that many home improvement style channels on TV these days that it has sparked a big influx of people doing that. Is obviously buying houses and doing them up and selling them. So a lot of people are doing that, and you know, credit to them. So yeah, if you are in chat, then let me know where you're from, what games you're into, what you do for real life. Yeah, ask me anything. I'm pretty easy going here. The type of content that you will find if you are new to the channel. That's the other thing I should mention as I keep plastering these walls. Not plastering, recladding these walls, I should say. Is yeah, over on the channel again. The link to my channel is in the description below. Oh my god, words in English. So what you'll find over there is a whole bunch of gaming content, basically from obviously House Flipper. What else we got there? Over there, Astroneer. We've got a lot of Astroneer content over there. Raft. I haven't got back into rafters yet, but it's something that I must do because yeah, I normally play raft with Big Shadow, and even Little Shadow pops in from time to time and shows us how it's done. But I've done it for a while, so yeah, Big Shadow, if you're listening, we must get back into raft. And yeah, we'll always have a few shits and giggles when we do play raft. We don't play it very well. We're not very good. Gaming community that I've been involved with for quite a number of years now. Then again, the links in the description if you're looking for a gaming community. We're an Australian-based gaming community. Been around for quite a number of years now, and we do you know, a whole bunch of stuff from gaming online together to you know, IRL meetups. And AG7 is what our gaming community is called. Go and check them out in the description. And yeah, if you want to chat to us, then by all means, just a simple Discord, TeamSpeak, that type of thing. By all means, drop on by. And we play a whole bunch of games, not just the ones that I've listed, of course, but with such a large community, there's such a range of games people play. PUBG's very big at the moment. With such a large community base, then I think it'd be very, very hard to find someone who doesn't play your style of game. So go and check those out as well. Now, what I'm going to need is some more planks, aren't I? Now, floor planks and coverings. Was it in that one? I did actually buy a heap of, as you can see, a heap of planks here previously, but it's not going to be way enough, is it? And I'm going to struggle to remember which style of planks it is, to be honest. So let me just do a couple more. That's going to drive me nuts. That's all going the wrong way. Yes, OCD's playing up a little bit tonight, I think, and Look at that. It's going the wrong way again. Anyway. Okay, so let's look at planks. 4 panels and 4 panels and coverings. Which one is it? Paints, plaster, survival, wall panels. Package of panels outside white. Oh, I think it was that one. Let's see how close I got. Ah, that is exactly the right one, eh? How good am I? So where are you from there, Jeremy? What corner of the world are you hailing from? If you are in fact still with us, you may have just popped in and said hi, and then gone again, and that's totally fine. I'll just sit here and just quietly talk to myself while I'm putting all these rear panelings up. You don't have to put these panels up. The house would comfortably sell as is, but look, I wanted to, and it's my house, and I'll do what I want. And I'm quite comfortable with that. So it'd be interesting to see sort of what this house sells for. We haven't got that many houses left in game to do. There's we've actually gone through those who've been following it on channel. I need one more panel up there, don't I? Get it from this panel file here and put that panel in like that. Does that finish that wall? It does. Look around. Those who have been following me through the house flipper would know that we've gone through quite a lot of houses so far. Either flip them fairly quickly, obviously just do the minimum work and painted them and got all the rubbish, painted them, maybe took a wall out, a wall here, and either left it unfurnished and sold it as is, or gone through the whole refurnishing and redecking it. And I mean, at the end of the day, you play the game however you feel you like to. So that's your beauty about it. Obviously, you do get money for putting furniture and fixtures and fittings in, and you do the more fixtures and fittings. Oh my God, no, English fixtures and fittings in, the more the buyers are more impressed, and of course, the more the buyers are impressed, the more money they're going to throw at you. So that's always a good thing. So more paneling going up. I wonder whether we can panel that section there. We can. Look at that. I always find that interesting is that it took one panel to do that entire section there with basically one panel that's in my hand, and yet it takes another full panel just to do that small square. Can't work that out. But you know, again, it is what it is, and we're just going to go with it. So continuing on with putting these panels up on the far side there, on the outside there, and yeah, once we get all these panelings up, we'll be selling this house and moving on to the next one. So I don't know whether there's actually, I might just have just bounce over and see whether there's any new jobs, because where's my, I'll get out of here. There we go. Use, that's what we want. We'll just bounce over to the office, and sometimes, you know, between recordings is that they'll actually throw in new content, and the office is actually in here, and I've purposely put the office in here just so that I'm able to see what the buyers want over the other house there. So let's just check on the mail in our inbox, and no new jobs to do on the inbox. We're looking at a browser, and it'll give us some idea of we've done 15 houses so far. We've got own 2 houses, obviously the one we're currently in now where the office is situated, and the huckster's house, so obviously the one we're currently working on, and we got 5 more remaining to purchase and work through. So we're getting to the the end game, if you will, if in fact there is an end game to this game, I would presume that once you've gone through them all, then you just restart and start over again. So that would be my presumption. Got a bit of coin in the bank at the moment, and of course that coin's going to increase quite dramatically once we sell this house off and move on to the next one. So we'll bounce back over to the house we're working on. As you can see in the loading screen there, it's a bit of a picture of what it used to look like. We could get rid of this pizza box, and of course the pizza sitting up on the roof there, but look, I think that's a quite nice little touch, just to give, I suppose, a bit of understanding of what that house is. Again, if you are a Breaking Bad fan, you'll understand the significance of that pizza and pizza box. So again, if you do play House Flipper, then let me know. Let me know how you've been going in House Flipper. Any problems we've been having, any bugs that you've come across that I'm not aware of. They have put out a couple of patches. Look, semi-recently, I'd say a couple of weeks ago, and just to iron out some of the bugs. Not that the game was terribly buggy. And speaking of Big Shadow, I don't know whether you just saw in the bottom right hand corner, Big Shadow's just sending me a message there. So I'm sorry, my friend, I'm actually streaming at the moment, so just talking to the good people on the interweb. So you may or may not see me live in a moment. He just did send a message saying he's got a couple of updates to do. So if he comes back on and after he finishes updates, we may even bounce over to his TeamSpeak and have a chat to him while we're playing around here in House Flipper. But as I was saying, do go and check out Big Shadows channel. We've been gaming together for quite some time, and last year was actually the first time we met IRL, actually at the PAX conference in Melbourne, some distance away from where I am now, but obviously he's an Australian gamer, and so am I, and we were gaming together for quite some time, and it come Shadow Creeper 8, how are you, my friend? I literally was talking about you not 5 minutes ago. Excuse me while I have a sip of my coffee. We were talking about you not 5 minutes ago. Saying to people that they must go out and check out your channel, which it would be listed, or should be, hopefully it still is, listed in the description below. So yes, Shadow Creeper 8, or as a lot of people refer to him as Little Shadow. How are you, my friend? Hopefully your how's gaming life going? I know you do a fair bit of live streaming yourself lately, and which is awesome to see. You doing cool? No, it's awesome. It's excellent. And I'll tell you what, I was just talking about PAX and how we sort of met up last year at PAX, and how I'm looking forward to catching up with everyone this year as well. So, which reminds me, I must start getting a little bit more organised. It's getting closer and closer, and I mean, I have my tickets. I've gone that far, put it that way. So I mean, that's one step closer. But other than that, I haven't organised a great deal. So I must get off my behind and get a little bit more organised than I am, quite honestly. So we are getting closer and closer to. No, we're not. We've still got quite a bit to go too. What are you talking about, Firmbie? Okay, we're going to need some more panelling, aren't we? Package of panelling outside. Okay, so let's can I drop it there? Why can't I drop it there? Why won't you let me drop it down on the ground? You'll let me put it out there. I'll look forward to it too. Yeah, so am I actually. It's a very busy weekend, and gonna let me drop it there. Okay, well let's put another one over here. We're gonna need a metric shit ton of those. as opposed to an Imperial shit ton. What about if I turn it around? Will it go? No, it won't go there. I've got to put it out here somewhere. As I was saying, it is a busy weekend, and you tend to be knackered by the end of it because of the walking, and you want to see and do everything, of course. But it is a fun weekend nonetheless. So, look, if you have the opportunity, I strongly encourage you to get over to PAX. It does highlight things that are not just your AAA titles, of course, that are coming out, but things that are coming out indie game wise. The huge indie game section. Also, an area that I found really interesting was the retro gaming section. Obviously, because I've been gaming for quite a number of years. Probably more years than I like to count, to be honest. I started off very early in my gaming career on console. So in the retro gaming section, there was a lot of the consoles that I started with back in the day. We're talking about certainly way before the internet was available to the masses, and when the arcades were big, and it was nothing to go down and you spend blow all your spending money on pinball machines and arcade and Frogger and Pac-Man and 1942 and table games of that sort of nature. So and then after sort of some of those early consoles got into playing a few games on look, when PCs started to become available, your VIC-20s and your Commodore 64s and that sort of early era stuff in regards to PC. So look, at the end of the day, have been gaming for quite a number of years, and as I said, I found it very interesting to see what they're calling retro gaming these days. Is especially sort of those consoles of the Sonys and the Nintendos and Wii's, and I think my first console was in fact the original Atari. For those who were around back then, the original Atari 2600, I think it was. And those who have remember that back that far, you have to correct me if it was a 2600. But the original Atari, where you got your games on a cartridge, and you had one of those old-fashioned wiggly joysticks. Whoops, I'm gonna need some paneling here, aren't I? And look, we thought we were the best things in sliced bread. When we finally got the, I remember pestering our parents, for this Atari. Everyone else had, what was the name of that console? It was basically, it was back in those days. It was a competition between Atari and Pong was the game where you basically had two paddles and the ball bounced between one and the other. I can't think of the console, what the name of the console was off the top of my head, but it doesn't really matter. So it was a competition between those two consoles, and I remember pestering our parents saying, we like kids do, you pester your parents until they end up buying what you want. Kids, if you're watching, don't do that. You tend not to get things away. But anyway, we got it for one Christmas, and as I said, we thought we were the best, the best kids on the block, so to speak. We had got the Atari and had 3 cartridges. Oh goodness, see if I can remember this. Space Invaders was one. Air Sea Battle and Asteroids, Air Sea Battle and Space Invaders. I think they were. Anyway, doesn't matter. So yes, we played that thing to absolute to death, and I think one of my sister's still got it, if my memory serves me correct. Anyway, so yeah, that was the start of my gaming career, and of course, over the years had different consoles from PlayStations and Nintendos and Super Nintendos and Wii's, and actually some of those are probably, you may be able to see on camera. I'm not too sure how much you can see sort of at that distance, but you may be able to see some of them on the shelves behind me. And I've actually got some of them there just on display with some lighting there, just to again, just to show off some of the older consoles, to show where gaming has come from, and where, you know, gaming has is going to. And that's one of the great things about the gaming industry. I think it's just come on that far over the years. It's just phenomenal. I mean, to think, you know, like that, the early 80s, if you were to, you know, if someone was to say to you, look, you know, you're going to be able to talk with anyone from across the world in real time while playing a game, you would have just simply laughed at them. But of course, that's commonplace these days. It's, you know, with live streaming and live gaming and all that sort of thing. It's, as I said, it's commonplace. So, but obviously back then, if you were to say that to someone else, then they would have just would have simply laughed at you. But yeah, thankfully the gaming world has changed dramatically, and that's really what we're looking for. I mentioned about your Real Estate Whisperer and Christina and Eddie over there doing some fantastic work over on their channel. Really looking forward to working with them closely in regards to how technology has really changed how we not only game, but how we relate to each other in general. And obviously hers from a real estate perspective, on how people you know, look at real estate, how they inspect real estate. I mean, it won't be long, if people aren't doing it already, it won't be long before the demand will be there for potential clients to have virtual reality tours through potential properties, if people aren't doing that already. I mean, I know, and as many of you would know, that VR has changed and is changing the gaming industry quite dramatically, and it won't be very long where, you know, the cost of VR and the availability of VR will change things like the real estate industry, change things like the medical industry. And so, yes, but as I said, getting back to your Real Estate Whisperer, with Christina, Eddie, and young Sydney over there, as I said, they are doing some great things over there on their channel. So to those of you who are in that neck of the woods, to my American friends that are in her neck of the woods, then yeah, go and check out her channel, because as I said, they're doing some great things for, you know, for what a subject that, you know, being a real estater, you wouldn't have thought you'd be able to put too much together in regards to selling houses, but they've taken the concept of selling houses and put a nice little spin on it. So yeah, do go and check out what they're doing over there. I've been quite impressed, quite honestly, and not, it's not just all business related. As I said, they put a nice little humour into their videos. They do live streaming as well with Eddie and Christina. I haven't seen Sydney on their live stream, but I'm sure she's perhaps she's their camera person, I should say, these days, isn't it? Or their director maybe. But yeah, if you don't, if that's not your cup of tea, then yeah, just pop into their live stream if you get half a chance. It's always good fun to hop into their live streams and say hello. So go and check out their channel. Again, links in the description, as is Little Shadow. Well, must remind me to have a look at that, because I'm pretty sure Little Shadow's link should be in the description, and if it's not, I'm going to kick myself, because it should be. And if it's not, he's going to, I'm sure he's going to murder me next time. Next time we're on raft, he'll probably take off on the raft without me, or shoot me with that bow and arrow or something. But and this is the reason why we can't have nice things. You're playing a game, and especially with someone like Little Shadow, he tends to look. You know, it's good fun playing with him. I must admit. But when we were playing, had Astroneer series going, he was renowned for putting dynamite down and just quite not telling anyone. He'd put the dynamite down, you know, hide it behind a corner or behind a rock or something, and oh, Firmbie, come and have a look at this. So you go wandering over, and you come around a corner, and it'll blow up in your face. So yes, this is why we can't have nice things. But it is good fun. He's good value. So yeah, do go and check out his channel. I'm going to need some more paneling, aren't I? So those who are in channel, goodness, I've been talking on Discord and TeamSpeak too much. Those who are in chat, I should say, that's why I keep looking over this way, just so I don't miss any of your messages. Yeah, let me know where you're from, whether you play House Flipper yourself, how many houses that you've done, what sort of turnover you're having, whether you've got some hints and tips for me. I'm more than happy to listen to your hints and tips. If you can see that I'm doing something wrong, or you've got a better way of doing it, then I am all ears. Without a doubt. I certainly don't confess to be an expert at this, but it's a game that I've even from when they first put it out and announced they were going to put it out, and I'm sure those who do play House Flipper know the story. The story behind it is that they had a release date, and then it got extended, pushed back. So yeah, was waiting for and BigShadows to agree me on this one, and we've been looking forward to it for quite some time. When it was on my wish list for, look, it'd have to be 3 or 4 months, I would say, off the top of my head. So yeah, it's just quite an enjoyable game. It's the type of game that you just sit down and plunk away at it. You know, it's nothing too. It's nothing you don't have to sort of think too hard about, which is always a good thing this time of night. I don't know about your neck of the woods, but it is. I wouldn't say it's late. It's what is the local time here? 20 past 8 local time. But yeah, it's one of those games you just potter along with, and yeah, just enjoy it for what it is. So as I said, if you are watching this live, let me know where you're from. What do you do? If you're watching this on replay, then welcome. Thank you very much for popping by. I certainly do appreciate your company. Just let me know in the comments section if you're watching on replay. Let me know where you're from, what sort of games you're into, whether there's any games that you'd like me to feature on the channel. Any sort of games that you think I might enjoy. I'm always looking for new games to play, new challenges, new laughs. So yeah, as I said, if you're watching this on replay, then yeah, let me know in the comment section. Or I literally read every single comment and respond to all of them. So your comment won't be missed. I can sincerely say that I will see your comment and respond to it as soon as I see it. So feel free to post comments. How much more are we going to need? We're almost there, folks. I reckon another. Let's go one more for the time being. It'll be all the way over there, isn't it? Boink. Look, we may get away with another. I think it'd definitely be 2. I think now that I said that, but once we get all this paneling up, as I was saying earlier, is that I'm not convinced that doing all this paneling adds value. I'm sort of keeping half an eye on the buyers on the left hand side, and none of them have sort of sparked their interest any more than they are currently. So I would hope that we're going to get our money back, at least our money back on all this paneling that we're putting up, and I would I would like to hope that would get more than that. So otherwise, why would you commit all the time to put all this paneling up if there's no reward at the end? So hopefully, and perhaps you can let me know if you've discovered that doing all these type of, you know, spending hours and hours putting paneling up and repainting the or recladding the outside or resurfacing the inside doesn't serve any monetary purpose, and you'd get the same price as if you just sold it bare bones, then you know, let me know in the comments if you've run any tests and found out that it's you don't get any extra money for doing that. I mean, besides the satisfaction of doing it, of course, but if there's no monetary reward for it, then, you know, why would you do it? Honestly. So again, just let me know in the comments, because you know, I do read all of them. We are almost, we've got a few more panels to go, and I'll once we're finished paneling here, we'll give you a quick walkthrough as to what I've done off camera. I've done a lot of work off camera, because look, you know, there's only so many walls you can watch someone paint. There's only so much garbage you can watch someone take out. So as I've done a lot of, on this particular one, a little bit of rebuilding, a little bit of redecorating, and certainly a lot of staging, a lot of furniture staging on the inside. So once we finish these last couple of panels, we're going to need another pile, aren't we? Once we finish these last couple of panels, I'll give you a bit of a walkthrough, and then we'll pull the trigger on the sell button and see what sort of coins we come up with. One more panel there in that pile. Yeah, that'll be right. Well, we got another half dozen panels. Yeah, let's throw that on the ground. One more up. If I can reach it from there, I can. Good. Almost there. As a lot of this I did off camera, and as you can see, the reason why is because, you know, you see half a dozen of these go up, and it doesn't make a very entertaining footage, to be honest. You know, you sit there watching someone reclad the outside of the wall. So I decided to do a lot of off-camera work, and then obviously bring you back once we've finished. And dun dun dun, we have in fact finished. Let's get rid of that pile just for giggles, and let's have a look at how she looks. Looks in the sunlight. Looking pretty good. No curtains on the windows, of course, but all right. We can look straight in. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but I'm going to leave that pizza box there, and the pizza sitting on the roof there. Again, for those who have seen the series, then you'll understand the significance of that. But let's go and have a bit of a tour through. I'll leave this section to last because I've done something a little bit different to the garage than I normally do, and I'll show you that in a moment. But having a walk through, this was absolutely a pigsty when we first started. There's a picture of what it did look like, beg your pardon, before I started. Went with I think it's coffee with cream, this sort of coffee color on the walls, and see the mandatory firearms above the door frame because we can. There's the only reason behind that. Fireplace. I don't know why these TVs keep losing their picture. Perhaps we haven't paid our power bill. But as you can see, when you take them off the wall and reposition them, we get a picture back. Don't know what the story there is, but anyway. So yeah, got a bit of a entertainment area, if you want to call it that, with multiple screens up there. Got a name up on the wall, as everyone should. Got some pictures up on the wall, and kitchen, of course. Did have some walls in here, took those out, and just to open the place right up a bit. I was saying earlier in the stream, not a big fan of this here. We've got a washer dry right in the kitchens, but look, it comes with the fixtures already fitted to the wall, so there's nothing I could do about that one. All I could do was get rid of the old washer dryer and put a new one in. But yes, a clothes dryer in the kitchen, it just doesn't look right. But here's what it is. Walking through into the bedroom, one of the bedrooms, obviously gone right through and redecorated, repainted, recladded. I think that one had wallpaper in it, if my memory serves me correctly. Into the third bedroom. Haven't done a lot of decorating here. Just a very simplistic bedroom here. Entertainment there for the kids there. We've got another bathroom through here. Yep, gone just with a simple grey. Bit of a wall colouring glitch there, but you know, I think I moved that wall there from memory. It's been quite a while since I did that one, but I reckon this wall here. Yeah, I think I actually added that wall there and took one out over here. Doesn't matter. So that's the other room there. The main bathroom in here, shower, toilet, and went right through and retiled all the walls, retiled the floors. And then moving on to what was originally the garage, and went with the, let's call it a survivalist theme, for want of a better word, throughout the garage here. And yeah, a workstation there, and you could have your security cameras coming up on the screen there if you wanted to. Put blinds and curtains on that window. Covered the entire walls there with some wood paneling. Obviously got a whole range of survivalist bits and bobs on the shelving there, and that simply opens up and very noisy roller door, of course. Opens up into the driveway, so I'm sure the neighbours won't mind looking straight into our survivalist garage. So I reckon we're just about ready to pull the trigger and sell this off. What do you think? We I mean, recladded the outside. We've done an absolutely metric shit ton of work on the inside. As I said, I'm ready to pull the trigger, sell this house, and see what we get for it. So just running through the stats there. Those who haven't been following that, you bought the house for just over $94,000. The house parcel is 1,257 square meters. Now, for those who live on the other side of the pond, then I'd like to have changed that to square feet, but I couldn't work out how to. So if you know how to change that to square feet as opposed to a square meters, then yeah, again, let me know in the comment section, because I'd be interested to know how you actually do that. But we'll go with the square meters at the moment. As I said, 1257 square meters, 6 rooms, and current budget is 746,000 and change. So now it says I've been working on the house for 5 hours. It's, yeah, look, it's probably close to 2.5, 3 hours, quite honestly. I think a couple of times I've left the game open and it just ticked over. So I certainly haven't spent that time, that amount of time on it. I think I just keep forgetting that I've got it open, to be honest. But let's see what the auction brings. Giorgio starts with 118,000 bid, almost 119,000. Chang with 127,000, 128 from the Johnson family, 131. So the bids are starting to come up quite nicely. And as you can see, that the more, as I was saying earlier, the more you do to your house, hopefully the more they throw money at you. Dolan Trump with 139,000 and change, 140 from Jack, 141 from Timmy. He's saying, who the hell needs that many bedrooms? Well, everybody needs more bedrooms, so you're not the winner, so you can go away. Raphael comes in with a winning bid of 147,121 dollary dues. High class, a TV in every bedroom. Yeah, well, he liked that. And there's no private space. There's no private space, only for myself. Well, you got multiple bedrooms, so I don't know what you're complaining about, because there is multiple areas to have by yourself. So stop your whinging and just put in a good bid for me. But he did come in with a winning bid, 146,000. makes our total profit. Look, I won't run down through all these figures, but the important one, obviously at the bottom there, is $39,672 in profit. Now, because our negotiation skills are built up quite dramatically, or not dramatic, but at its highest it can be in game, we are going to certainly go negotiate. So, look, I've been finding, I don't know, and let me know in the comment section on what you've been finding, but I've been finding around that sort of 10%, plus 10% negotiating tends to work pretty well. So, look, let's try, what, 12? Almost 13? See what they say. Yep, again, they're going to take it. So, again, if you find that a better target, I use sort of that 10 to 15% ballpark figure as a negotiating. Now, I'm wondering whether that's actually an increasing structure on your negotiating skills. Obviously, the more skills you have in that negotiating area, the better you are and the higher your negotiating becomes. So, but if you have concrete evidence for that, then by all means let me know. But the take-home message, as in it is when you do sell a house IRL, is it's all about and by all means, Christina, if you're listening, by all means let me know. It's all about sort of not only what the asking price is, but more importantly what the actual sell price is, and how you negotiate. And of course that's why the real estate agent, that's why they get paid the big money. So they tell me. So, but yeah, we got an extra almost 13 grand, which brings our profit margin up to 52,615. So nice chunk of change on that offer. Do we want to accept it, or do we want to refuse it? Well, tickety dog, we are going to accept that offer. Thank you very much. Now we are back, in fact, at our office, and as you can see, this it's not a terribly nice place at all. We've got some serious work to do in this house. So let's see what we do have. I mean, obviously we've got this house. See what we have. Other houses we can purchase. Unsatisfying effect of 101. We got garage with bunker. Now I thought we did a garage with bunker previously. I could have been mistaken. We're gonna another bunker one, Uncle's bunker there for 131. Pink Kingdom, that looks like a huge house. That's 133 square meters. Wow, holy shit on a biscuit. Family house for 223 square meters. That is huge. For 188,000. So what's people's thoughts? We want to go for the most expensive, or we'll go for the cheapest one? What are your thoughts? Why are you deciding that? Again, the question is, do you go for the cheapest one at 101,000, or 188,000? Look, we got 905,000 in the bank there, so obviously money's not an issue at the moment. So yes, let me know which one you'd like me to purchase next in the comment section, and I'll just keep plugging away. Let's get out of there. I'll just keep plugging away with the cleanup of this house while you decide what you'd like me to do. So yeah, the first one to chime in on in the comment section, then that's what we'll do. Now what I might do is not only clean up, but get rid of some of this crappy furniture. I don't think there's nothing here that really, certainly don't want to keep that. Yeah, get rid of that. Close the door. They're really just getting rid of the rubbish pretty well. Now I'm wondering whether we can't. There's a door there. I think the best thing is get rid of all the furniture and really open the place up and see what we're dealing with. I think that's going to be the best course of action. Get rid of the old furniture, clean the place up, and then work out what's going where. And that tends to be sort of my style, and that's the beauty about this game. You can play whatever sort of style that suits you. Whether you just take all the rubbish, give it a quick lick of paint and turn it over, or whether you'd like to go to the extent as we did on the previous one and to actually stage the house and put furniture in and fixtures and fittings and all that fun stuff. So door, you can go. That's the back door. I don't think this one has a bunker on it. I'd like to be able to do some weeding and yard work, but the game doesn't allow that yet. So, oh look, you never know. You can only hope that one day they'll introduce the ability to clean up the front yard and the backyard, so that we can get rid of all the weeds and perhaps put some trees in and some shrubs and some flowers and things of that nature to spruce the place up a bit. Why can't I get rid of those bottles? There we go. Lovely doubly. Now I wonder whether this will open up. It will open up. A very small garage, Oh! Garage with a car. Can we sell the car? We can sell the car. Look at that. There's an extra couple $1,000 that we didn't think we were going to get. But yeah, if you have a particular house in mind, as I just mentioned, then by all means let me know in the comment section on which house you'd like me to buy, and we'll get cracking on that. But at the moment, just getting rid of all this rubbish that is laying around the place. Clickety clickety click. Big Shadow, if you are online, if you're watching, let me know just in the comment section if you wouldn't mind, because if you are playing tonight, then I'll bounce over to your TeamSpeak and look, if you want to do something tonight, then I'm certainly up for that. We haven't, as I was saying earlier, we just haven't played Raft for quite some time, so I'm certainly interested in getting back into some Raft gameplay. So just tidying up the place, trying to make head nor tail, or making head nor tail of what we're going to do with the place. Lyrics God, I can tell you how to cheat this game. Do tell, my friend. Do tell. How do you cheat this game? What are you talking about? Sort of infinite cash? I'm almost tempted to leave. Get rid of that bit. Box of nuts and bolts. Look, it's a garage. I mean, every garage should have some tools on the table and have a box of nuts and bolts. But Lyrics God, yes, by all means, let me know. What are you thinking of? Are you thinking of as that infinite monies? Or you talking about infinite properties? What specifically were you thinking about? What are you talking about there? Do you play at all? Lyrics. If you play it all, let me know sort of how you went. If you can see anything that I'm doing wrong, then I'm certainly interested in finding out. Let's get rid of that light fitting because that's ugly. If you can see that I can improve in any way, then I certainly would like to hear all about it. Wow, look at those cockroaches. That is just a mess, quite honestly. And that's all we're doing at the moment, is getting rid of all the mess or throwing away all the rubbish, obviously. All this furniture can go. Ugh. Wow. I mean, who would live in a place like this? Wow. I'll tell you now. Can you hear that? I don't know whether you can hear that, but I can. You actually, not too sure whether that's a new feature in the game, but you can actually hear the little cockroaches scurrying around. Not a big fan of cockroaches. I'm not a big fan of any creepy crawlies, to be honest, but that's just between you and me. I go to a job site that has furniture and sell them and don't complete the job. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's certainly one way of building up your bank account, without a doubt. So you're saying basically you what can I sell that? You go to a place, sell all the furniture off, get some cash, and then sell the house off. Yep, I can see what you're saying there. I have all these plates and dishes and look, let's sell it all. Let's get rid of it. These are all crap. Wow, look at the bloodstone on the floor. I think someone got hatched to death, and you can see their blood, where their blood splatter sort of got to the edge of the cupboard there. Okay, beer bottles, you're out here. Door, you can go. Well, a few plates and a cup. Get rid of that. Now we need a vacuum cleaner, don't we, to get rid of the cockroaches. Now, those who actually don't like cockroaches and perhaps have a phobia, you can go into the game setting if you're unaware and change it to glass, I believe. So instead of seeing cockroaches on the ground or on the walls, as you can see there, they change it to pieces of glass. So if you're one of those people that don't like creepy crawlies and don't like the sight of cockroaches, then yes, you can do that now in game. You've been able to do that for a little while now, but some people are still not aware that you can actually go and do that. Okay, one more bit of rubbish, and I think it's about time we get our handy dandy broom out and start cleaning up this blood splatter and bodily fluids that are all over the floor. What else we got going on? Some spider webs up here in the corner. I'll get rid of that light fixture there, like so, because that looks like crap. And broom, handy dandy broom. Got some more webs up here. That's just about finishes that room, I think. Might as well just pop out into the hallway. Oops, forward, not backwards. That'd be a great start. Hallway, nothing up here that we can. Yeah, we might as well just keep. We're making our way through. Why can't there's a bit of dirt? Oh, I can't jump, can I? Might have to move that rack. I mean, we're going to have to move that rack anyway because we've got some plastering to do there. Perhaps that dirt was on that rack. Because that dirt just moved, didn't it? There's some spider webs up here. As you can see, I'm just looking at the mini map too, because it shows you exactly where the dirt is. And a bit of a handy trick for you if you can't see it. You know, you walk into a room like this and you think, oh, where's the dirt? Where's the grime? Where's the grit? Just have a look at your mini map at the top right hand corner. If you come back to the job site, you can sell the stuff over again. Oh, really? So you're telling me if I come back to this job site here? Okay, well let's try that. So let's sell these 2 racks just for giggles. So that one for whatever that was, and that one's for 12. Okay, so we'll sell those 2 racks. We'll jump out. Oh, we haven't got another place. Okay. We won't be able to go to another place. Let's buy another house just for science. Come on now. There we go. Now no one gave me any suggestion. Any suggestion on which one they wanted, so I'm just going to pull the trigger on the cheapest one. So let's buy that house. So you're saying that you come back to the job site. So this is a new house. So you're saying if we go back to the job site, return to office, and you're saying that that furniture should have respawned. Is that what you're telling me? So we just sold the 2 shelves previously. Yeah, well, those 2 shelves that we sold previously are now still gone. So you go to a job site that has furniture and sell them and don't complete the job. Oh, okay, I'm with you now. The job's on the email that you're talking about. Keep forgetting where my laptop's sitting. So you're talking about not that one. In here. So you're talking about these jobs in here. Go to your laptop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. I thought it might be, you know, when you sell the furniture in the house, go to another house and come back, and the furniture respawns. But you're referring to these here. There's none in the inbox, but you're saying that if you go back into these jobs here, you don't actually do the job. I don't know how you do that because you haven't got a selling tool. So I mean, this is a cleaning job that we've already done, but you know, we only have the option of cleaning the place up. So I'm not too sure how you would sell something when you don't have that selling option. Yeah, just a little bit confused, to be honest with you, but obviously I'm not as and I'll be quite frank with you, quite straight with you. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, so obviously I'm missing something. What you're saying. But the way I get it is that you come back to the job site, you can sell the stuff over and over again. Go to a bigger house. But as I said, I'm pretty sure that you're referring to the you know, those jobs you do through the email. Okay, so what were we doing? We were cleaning, weren't we? So we get some of these stains off the floor, and where else we got marks on the floor over here? Little Shadow, are you still there? Just let me know in chat if you are still lurking there, Little Shadow, because as I said, I just started the stream off just for well, the idea was to just to do some of the, I was going to do some off-camera work, to be honest, and if BigShadows going to be doing any raft work tonight, then certainly be interested in knowing. Maybe they found out. Well, perhaps they did. Sounds like a lot of people might have gotten on to what they were doing there. I can't reach it from this side. Okay. So a little bit. Cell door. Magic broom. Okay. Sweepies. We've got some dirt in here somewhere, but I can't see where it's. Oh, it must have picked it up. Okay. Blood splatter there. And some more plastering in the room there. Cobwebs and dust, dirt and grime. As I said, a lot of this I would do off stream, off camera, and bring you back in. Bring you back in afterwards, because again, there's only so many times you can watch someone dust and clean to be. Oh wow! Isn't that a sight to behold? Who the goodness lives like this? That would, wow. If your bathroom looked like that, you would have serious problems, I would think. Yes, something seriously wrong with your digestive system by the looks of it. It's just, that's just wrong. That's just nasty. That's just so many levels of wrongness right there. Let's get rid of all that and that, and clean this place up a bit. That's just so wrong. All the dust and the grime and the grit and the crap. And some more. Let's call it mud. No, I'd have to stop calling it bodily fluids, but let's get rid of all that mud. And spider webs up on the wall. They may have, yeah, I did read that. Yep. Sweet. So you've been playing much at all lyrics? And how'd you go with yours? Did you you just go in, just clean up and sell all the furniture and get out, or do you go to the extent of you know, plastering and putting all walls in and that type of thing? Just let me know how you actually play it. As I was saying earlier, is that that's the beauty about this game. You can really play it however you feel, however you feel fit. I don't think there's any right or wrong way of playing. I'm just having a bit of a look around to make sure that yeah, it looks like we've pretty well cleaned it all up. See what does the windows. That's interesting. The windows don't need cleaning. There you go. Okay, let's look at what the things that we need. The first order of business here is a radiator for 44 bucks. And again, you guys have seen me put in 1,000 of these, and I'm sure you've put 1,000 of these in yourself. So, you know, it only takes a few seconds to put these in these days, because we've done all the stuff I don't clean. Okay, that's interesting. Yes, I like that style. All the stuff I don't. Yeah. As I was saying, I'm surprised that these windows don't need cleaning, but what we do need is a bucket of plaster. Because there's a lot of plastering to do in this place, so I have to do a lot of that. What the hell is that? Why is there a... Can you guys see that? There's literally 2 plates stuck in the wall. Knock down the wall. Yep, I would say I will be doing that at some stage. That's interesting. There's 2 plates were stuck in the wall. Go figure. You're absolutely right. The I will be switching to plaster while I'm trying to talk. That's what happens when you try to talk and do things, do a job. You doesn't work very well. What I have found, I don't know whether you found yourself their lyrics, is that if you don't plaster it before you knock it down, after the wall's down, it still, well, it used to, I'm not too sure whether it still does, but it used to ask for you to plaster that area even though you've knocked the wall down, which makes it very, terribly difficult to do once the wall's knocked down. So it's just a habit I got into to do all the plastering and then look at what internal walls need to come down afterwards. It just makes it far easier to plaster it while it's up than plaster it while it's down. Speaking of plastering, I'm sure I'm going to miss an area that requires plastering because it's a bit hard to see with the dust and the mold and the crap and the peeling paint that's on the wall. So, no, not that one. We want that one. I'm going to pick that up and move to the next wall, next to the wall, next room. Another radiator to go in there. And nothing on that wall, a bit up here. And again, a lot of plastering to do. Did I just earn another point? Don't know what that noise was, to be honest. Some award maybe. If you heard that audible beep and know what that means, well, let me know, because I've not heard that come up before. No more plastering to go on here. And that's all the plastering in this room. Well, the looks of it there, we'll whack the radiator up while we are here. Rad. We could just about put a big bath in there, couldn't we? Yeah, I reckon that's what we'll do. Oops. Not plaster, radiator. Mountable big radiator. See if that'll fit. It does. Oh, how cool is that? Now, if we are going to take walls out, then I think it makes sense to put a larger radiator in. Oh, I've never had any experience with these radiators. Mini Ninja, how are you? Thanks for dropping by, my friend. What's up? Nothing much. Nothing much. Just getting into a fresh room, a fresh house. We just sold off, I don't know, what do you reckon, guys? About 20 minutes ago, sold off another house. And just going through and replastering this one. So how you been? Hope you've been fit and well. As you should be. I think that's all the plastering. Actually, we're going to get rid of that lampshade because that looked like the dog's breakfast, doesn't it? Get rid of that. So yeah, hopefully you've been well, Mini Ninja. Yeah, say hello to the guys and girls that are actually in chat at the moment. Mini Ninja's there, Lyric Gods, Shadow Creeper 8. I think BigShadows probably lurk in the background there somewhere. Yeah, so say hello to each other. And do you play House Flipper at all, Mini Ninja? I can't remember whether you do or not, to be blatantly honest. What do I need? I need that button there, and stop pressing the wrong buttons. That one. Yeah, because as I was saying, there's a lot of plastering in this house. So and a lot of these walls have blistering paint. So I mean that's pretty obvious, that one of course. But with the blistering paint, it does actually make it a little bit harder to see. You've been good, excellent, man. That's good to hear. That's awesome. At my grandmother's house. Oh, hello, Grandma. How you doing? It's always great to go and visit Grandma. Yeah. Grandmas are cool. I like grandmas. The doctors thought she had a heart attack. Oh man. But it wasn't, which is good. Yeah. Oh look, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully, yeah, say hello to your grandma for me, and wish her all the best. That's, you know, that's, I've had family members go through heart attacks. I've had family members go through strokes. You know, obviously I've got grandmas, you know, grandparents myself. Yes, spend the time with grandma, because she deserves it. If it wasn't for grandma, you wouldn't be here. So what are you doing on the computer? Go and hang out with grandma. Go and do what the things that grandma wants you to do. But yeah, it's yeah, as I said, go and spend the time with grandma, and give her my regards. It's important to hang out with, you know, your grandparents, as well it is with your parents, of course. But yeah, go and hang out with her, and as I said, pass on my yeah, tell her I said hello. And if she's watching, hi grandma, how you doing? We're just doing some house flippering here. I don't know whether Mini Ninja's actually shown you this before, or shown you any of his gameplay, but yeah, the idea is obviously it's a virtual world, and you know, obviously a computer game, but you're able to come in here and clean up the house, repaint, refurnish, and sell for hopefully some decent dollars. So we'll put in a small radiator here. On my phone, oh, you don't have your PC up here. She's out shopping with my mum at the moment. Okay, no worries. Oh, well, say hello to grandma when she gets back. Say hello to your mum for me when she gets back. Actually, that'd be cool. You know, I just had a thought: is that you should get your grandma involved with your house flipper. She's probably got some really good decorating tips, and a lot of tips that you'd probably you know, wouldn't actually think of. So yeah, get her involved. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised how well she would do in a game like this. So now. I keep turning myself around. Let me just have a bit of a walk around here. Done that one, plastered that one, blasted that one. That leads outside, so we don't have to go that way. That's the bathroom, don't have to go that way. Plastered that one. Step out and plastered that. I don't think there's any oh, yes there is. There's a shit ton of plastering in here to do. What are you talking about? I need to go and get that plastering bucket, don't I? Because otherwise I'm going to be walking back and forth. And yeah, me and Exercise, we have this agreement. I don't bother them, and he doesn't bother me. So the less exercise I need to do, the better. She's not really into games. She thinks it's a waste of time. Yeah, that's what grandmas think. That's a grandparent thing. But I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's what can I jump up on that? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Doesn't, you know, doesn't make anyone right or wrong. Doesn't make your opinion right. Doesn't make your opinion wrong. It just makes it different. And I think that's the way to look at it. You know, I think a lot of people will get along a lot better in this world if they would just think that you know, people have different opinions. Doesn't make them right, doesn't make them wrong, just makes them different. So I think if we come to a lot of problems in the world with an attitude like that, then I think we would get along a lot better. Sorry about that. I'm back. Mum called me. Yeah, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. That could stay there. I think we'll come to. I'm not in a garage type of renovating mood at the moment. We'll put a radiator here while we are walking past, because otherwise that's going to drive me batshit crazy. And I want to get into the start the bathroom. So if you've got any ideas on how you would like a bathroom decked out, if you've got any, if you've done a bathroom and you think, oh, that looks pretty awesome, and you'd like to share those ideas, and by all means let me know in the comments section. Okay, Mini Ninja is just asking what other games do I play. House Flipper, obviously, but what other games? Very good question. I'm glad you asked. Well, there's a whole list of some of those games in the description below. Or what do we have? Astroneer, there's Raft, World of Warships, some World of War planes. What else have I done? I mean, by all means, the easiest way would be to go over to the channel and check them out. They're all in playlists. So you just scroll down the playlist, and if you're interested in Astroneer, obviously you go to the Astroneer playlist. If you're interested in World of Warships, obviously go to that playlist. If you're interested in Raft, I think I've got even a couple from. You'd almost call it an indie game called Coffee Shop Tycoon, I think it's called. Although I haven't played it for a while, but it's one of those very, very simple games that, again, it's just one of those you don't have to, just don't have to think too hard about. But there's there's a lot of games over on the channel there. A lot of them I haven't played for some time, but a lot of them I've played enough to, create playlists. But I mean, things like, there's a lot of World of Warships content, both just singly, just myself, just me, filming myself while I play. A lot of content with the gaming community I'm involved with. What do you think there? I think we're sort of getting close to, well and truly over 1,000 members at the moment. We're an Australian-based gaming community, but we do have members from all over the world. So again, the links will be in the description if you're looking for a gaming community that you just want to hang out with. And the gaming community, because it's such a vast number of people, they play quite a large range of games. Not just these sort of games, but a lot of multiplayers, whether it's FPSs or whatever it is. But again, because there's such a range of such a large community, I think you'd be very hard to find someone that doesn't play your style of game. And we have games nights. As I said, being such a large community, look, we've got a website there, there's Discord there, there's TeamSpeak there, and all they ask is that if people do want to join, is that they just agree to the terms and conditions or the code of conduct. Basically, I mean, the code of conduct could be summarized in 3 words, really, is don't be a dick. That's pretty well it, As long as, if people treat other people like the way they like to be treated, then everything's fine and dandy. And the best thing about it's free. That's the great thing about it. You might check out the Astroneer playlist. I got the game myself. Yeah, by all means. Haven't been back into the Astroneer for quite some time. What am I doing here? Got a pipe to go on, haven't I? And I think I think it's the last time I played with Big Shadow. He did actually mention that. I think I need to take that off, don't I? That we haven't been in Astroneer for a long time, and to a point where there'd be that much updated in the game. I'm sure it'd be a different game. So you'll find that. Well, why am I looking at the ceiling? You'll find that the footage there of Astroneer is post probably 3 or 4 patches, quite honestly. Check out Astroneer play. Yep. Lyrics saying you like to see white tiles on the walls. Excellent, good suggestion. I do like that suggestion. I do like the white tiles on the walls. I tend to go sort of. I'm thinking white tiles with some sort of motif on the floor. It's perhaps a tiled motif on the floor. Why didn't that come up? Bear with me. I just need to close my. Yeah, look, Mini Ninja, I just read your comment. Look, I won't post it because there are some people that are under 18, but I do agree with what you're saying. I won't read it out, but I do agree with it, what you're saying. Yeah. Let's just leave it at that. I agree with what you're saying. What do I need here? Sink. Sinkaroonie. That one. Got a suggestion. Add door. No, just kidding. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I censored it. Oh, you censored it yourself. Okay. I thought it might be auto-censored. And that's why I keep glancing over, because sometimes the auto-centering can be a bit of a pain in the butt. And you look at the comment that someone put, and you think, why the hell did it censor that? You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, that's why I sort of keep looking over, and when I see a post that where it censors, I think, you know, what's wrong with that post? Why are you censoring it out? But hey ho. And 9 out of 10 times I'll just look over it and just click on it and post it anyway. Screw that one up. Okay, what have I got to go? Shower, is it? Yeah. Shower. Do I need to step back? I do need to step back. Assemble. Legs first. I've never actually put one of these together in real life, to be honest. Look, I've done a number of renovations to houses over the years, you know, real life, but I never put one of these showers together. They almost look like an IKEA kit thing. But our showers here in Australia are a little bit more complicated than this. There we go. Now what? Nuts. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, of course. That's a international standard of doing nuts up and undoing them. You censored it yourself. Okay, message retracted. Add doors. Yep, we certainly will be add doors. The only reason there's no doors at the moment, obviously, they were the crappy daggy doors that were on there originally. So I just simply sold the damn things just so. And I tend to do that. That's just really my style. Sell all the doors and do the renovations room by room. And once I finish the renovations on that room, whack a door on. And then if I come out of game, come back into game, and there's a door on it, I know, sweet. I'll put a door on it. It means I've actually finished that room, and it just saves me a little bit of time walking around the house thinking, oh, you know, what the hell have I done and what the hell have I got remaining to do. So that's just the way I play it. And again, I've said it before and I'll say it again, is the beauty about this is you can play it however you want, and there's no right or wrong way. There it is again. Does anyone know what that bell is? I've not heard that before. Whether that's just indicating some sort of reward, or whether it's just indicating that you've finished putting all your appliances in, maybe. Just bear with me. I'm just going to look over here and read the chat. Obviously, you can see it on your screen there, but I just need to look at the other screen to read chat there. I wish more streamers would be like you. Oh, well, that's a very kind thing to say, my friend. That's awesome. Friendly, really chilly. A really chill stream, not streaming every. Let me just look right over here. Oh, not screaming every 2 seconds. I'm with you now. Yep. Wow. You've got me speechless, my friend. Thank you. I'm just sorry. I'm speechless. You caught me off guard. All I can say is thank you. That's what I strive for. Is I think that's important. I'm just very humbled and thankful that that people like yourself want to spend some time with me. Quite honestly, you know, just want to just basically hang out, have a chat, you know, bit of banter back and forth. I mean, I enjoy a bit of banter like anyone else, but you know, I'm not one to be over. You know, I don't portray myself. You know, what you see is what you get, basically. This is me in real life. This is how I talk real life. You know, I'm not gonna scream, shout, and carry on in a game if that's not who I am. So what you see is what you get. You know, if you were to meet me down the street, I would talk exactly like this. I would relate to people exactly the same. So as I said, what you see is what you get. So I mean, the way I see it is, if people enjoy seeing me and hearing me play these games, not that I'm any good at it, but they'll hang out. If they don't, well, you know, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. And I hate to be that blunt, but that's how I see it. Is if you don't like what you see, go and find someone who does. You know, and I haven't got a problem with that. So you know, to hear you saying something that's you know, like that, you know, something like that, it's as I said, I am flattered, and thank you for the compliment. That really is a nice thing to say. It means that, you know, hopefully I'm doing something right. You know, if you're enjoying the content, then I'm doing something right. And if people decide that they want to hang out and they want to, excuse me for sniffling, if they want to hang out, if they want to subscribe, then people subscribe. If they don't want to subscribe, that's fine. It really doesn't worry me if people do or don't. What I just enjoy is sharing the passion of the game that I'm playing at the time, and enjoy this interaction. I enjoy hanging out with people. I enjoy, as I said, sharing a passion of a game, enjoying the content of the game, and, you know, talking to people. So yes, thank you again. You, as I said, you did catch me by surprise, but thank you very much. It's very humbling to know that someone enjoys the content. Now, you will have to excuse me because there is, excuse me, there is nothing worse than when you're trying to talk and you have a sniffly nose. That's something I learned from my grandma. There you go. Is that if you've got a sniffly nose, go and blow your nose. But it's always the way, though. You go streaming and, you know, you get a sniffly nose, you got to scratch your bum, you got to should do something that's, you know, not socially acceptable to do in a public space. So, but that's the joy of stream. Although a couple of streams ago it was funny. I don't know whether you were with me or not. While I find the white tiles, I was streaming quite nicely and having an interaction with those who are in stream, and had a surprise visit from the eldest daughter, who she brought over a son, so my grandson obviously. And he comes screaming into the door, "Poppy, Poppy, Poppy!" And he jumped up on my lap, and he was watching the game, not realizing we was actually live streaming. And I was talking to you guys, and yeah, he was actually watching himself on screen, and he thought it was a hell of a laugh. I don't think he fully sort of understood what we were doing, but yeah, the stream got a bit of a. The stream got a bit of a kick out of the grandson dropping by and wanting to see what Poppy was doing. So scratches bum, chat blows up. Yeah, as I said, it's always the way, is that yeah, you start screaming, or start streaming, and yeah, all of a sudden something becomes itchy, or you need to go to the toilet, or whatever you need to do. And that's why before I start, I always have a fresh cup of coffee. It just enables me to wet the whistle, because I do like, well, you probably have worked that out by now, I do like talking, I do like chatting, and a lot of the times I'm just here chatting to myself. And when people like yourself drop in and say good day, it makes the stream a whole lot easier, I'll tell you right now. So and that's why I am quite humbled, and that you could be doing 1,000 other things, and instead of doing that, you decide to hang out. And as I said, I am honestly thankful for that. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, it was cute when he dropped on by. I think you'll find it's actually listed in the, because I got a playlist called live streams, and I'm pretty sure it's listed in one of those. I'm just trying to think what we were playing at the time. Might have been Warships. Might have been World of Warships, because when he comes in, he always says, "Oh, where's the boats? Where's the boats? I want to see the boats." So, quite a few times I've actually had to bring up World of Warships and play a game, just so that he can watch my ship burn and then sink to the bottom of the ocean. He gets a real giggle out of that. But I can't remember whether it was playing. Might have been Raft. I'll have to look it up now that you got me thinking about it. Yeah, I can't remember I know I was streaming, but I can't remember what game that I was streaming. It was the grandson, yes. He is 3.5, almost 4. So, yes. So obviously, I'm a grandpa. Go figure. I don't feel like a grandpa, because I know when I was a lot younger, then you looked at your grandparents and think, "Oh bloody hell, they are so old." And it only seems like yesterday that I used to think that, and now these days I'm a grandparent, and look, I am older than most people, I suppose, but I don't consider myself old. But I suppose, as I said, I was probably older than most, and especially as I was saying earlier on the stream there, it's, I have been gaming in one form or another for well and truly over 30 years. Certainly, I was gaming way before internet, I was gaming before. You know, some of the I mean, as I was saying earlier, some of the consoles I was gaming before PCs were readily available, and some of the consoles I had back in the day, you probably see behind me, stacked up on the shelves behind me. How does grain? Yeah, already that there. That's what I meant. You do what people want and do what's best, and that's amazing. Oh, thank you very much. Flattery will get you everywhere. That's what I always say. I might have to open that up. I wonder if I can open that up and then actually get inside of it and put that one. I can. Hey, how clever am I? We're almost educated and stuff to open that up and put that last pedal in. Yeah, exactly right. And when we was playing World of Warship, that was all he was interested in is watching the ship blow up. And I'm trying to explain to him, but that's not the idea of the game. You're not supposed to blow up. But that's all he wanted to see is the ship blow up and burn and sink to the bottom of the ocean. So I thought that was really funny. But he's an inquisitive little bugger too. You know, he wants to know, well, you know, what does that do? What does that do? But I mean, that's a good thing though. You know, again, that's, you know, they've been brought up with, you know, with the internet and with instant messagings and with computers and laptops and iPhones and, you know, those. So so it's not new. You know, I think he's had his own tablet since he was 2, something like. I mean, obviously for, you know, age appropriate games. And, you know, as a 2-year-old, you know, you get a 2-year-old, you know, alphabet games and number games and things like that, you know, improve those. You know, you certainly don't get you know, a 2-year-old playing PUBG or something like that. I don't know. As I said, it's age appropriate things. But what I'm alluding to is that you know, he was, you know, as I said, he had his own tablet when he was 2, and you know, so these sort of things isn't new to him. You can actually open both doors and go in. You're saying lamp. Oh, I think you're referring to a ceiling lamp, I would think. That's probably a very clever idea, quite honestly. Ceiling lamps, which will give us some light on the subject. That's not a bad idea. So, and this is what happens when you start chit-chatting. You don't think about what you're doing. You just go ahead and do it. So you're absolutely right. We do need a ceiling lamp. A bathroom ceiling lamp. I think a lot of these we've used previously. Look, I've even gone ahead and put chandeliers. Chandeliers in the bathroom. Let's do that again, just for giggles, eh? No, nothing says excellence like a chandelier in the bathroom. Where's our handy dandy light switch? That light switch there? It is. There we go. Holy shit on a biscuit. That is bright. That is bright. What are you saying? You can go in, but you can't turn it on. Oh, okay. Well, I did. I mean, that's not the best placement of a light switch. I mean, ideally, the light switch should be over here, of course, but it obviously turned on. What we need to do is look at some flooring, of course. Not a big fan of this timber floor. I mean, to me, a timber floor would be more of a living area flooring. So let's look at floor tiles. Now, I know there has been, quite some time ago, they introduced a lot of different tiles. I quite like whacking a blue in, but not all of it. Blue and blue there, and you can obviously see what I'm getting at here. Only going to go one tile open there, one tiled wild rather. Trap yourself in the shower, he says. Now that's the blue. Blue do. 4 tiles. Now I've gone blue with white floor before, but I mean we have a lot of white on the walls, so I'm thinking a black and a white myself. Maybe a grey. Go grey. What that looks like. We can always change it. There's nothing not written in stone, of course. Pop that there and see what that looks like. What are you thinking, guys? I don't mind that. We'll probably put some curtains up on the old window just to stop the pervs looking in. That's probably not a bad idea. And curtains and blinds is what we want. Curtains, mountable window, blinds closed. Gotta have a closed blind so that no one looks into the bathroom while the missus is taking a shower. Go Grey says Mini Ninja. Yee says Mini Ninja. Yep. Wow says lyrics. Yeah, wow, right. It's very white, isn't it? I'll tell you what we could do is mirror. That's going to break it up a bit. Not a white mirror because we've got way too much. We really want something with a bit of contrast. Oak. Yeah. Let's go an oaky. For rotating. Do that way. One there perhaps. And we really need one above the basin, don't we? Every man knows what it's like to try to have a shave in the basin there and not have a mirror. And it doesn't work too well. We really need, I think we'll go with the same one just for a bit of continuity. Is that sort of almost square? Yeah, that's sort of almost square, isn't it? The bathroom's actually looking pretty good. Oh, well, thanks, man. Yeah, it's actually not too shabby at all. I don't get this sometimes, and look, if you're in the neck of the woods that do this, let me know. But a couple of things I've never really understood is one is having a clothes washer in your bathroom. To me, that makes no sense at all. I don't know about where you guys are, but here in Australia, we actually have a separate laundry. You know, in the laundry, you'd have obviously your clothes washer. Most people have a dryer. Then you got a laundry cupboard for all your detergents and you know that sort of thing. But the washer, dryer, those sort of things are in its own separate room. Excuse me. And the toilet's another room, and the bathroom is another room. Now I know in America they call what we would call a toilet the bathroom. So you go to America and say you want to go to the bathroom, they would think that you want to go to the toilet. But when we say you want to go to the bathroom, it means you want to have a bath or a shower, you know, to get washed. Whereas obviously in America, you say you want to go to the bathroom, you basically saying you want to go to the toilet, unless you want to go to the toilet in the bathroom. But that's just getting weird. Well, you know, if you're into that, if you feel as though that you want to go to the toilet in the bathroom, well, you know, who am I to judge? Bathroom. Yeah, I don't have it in the bathroom either. Oh, okay, awesome. You don't have it in the bathroom, yeah, either. Yeah, we have a washer and a dryer in a big room. And lyrics are saying in the laundry room. Yes, yeah, exactly right. And it doesn't make sense for me, but you know, look, it is what it is. It's the same in the last house where the washer dryer was in the kitchen. I mean, who the hell has a washer dryer in the? Whoops, sorry, I just bumped the microphone. Then, who the hell has a washer dryer in the kitchen? To me, it makes no sense at all. But look, what do? It's in the game, and you deal with it. But yeah, you're right. That laundry is looking. Look, I'm happy with that. We could probably throw some curtains in there if you wanted to. But look, I'm prepared to whack on a doors, internal door mahogany, internal door white. Look, we've used white doors to death, haven't we, on previous builds? What else got? Front door with knocker, internal door chocolate brown. Not a big fan of chocolate brown. If I ever have my way, chocolate brown anything would be banned, and it would be against the law to use, because you know, late 70s, early 80s, you know, that was the fashion. Chocolate brown everything, you know, cupboards, walls. So yeah, I've got this, I don't know, affinity against chocolate brown anything. So guess what? You don't get chocolate brown anything in House Flipper. You know, give you the big tip. Black certainly, pine certainly, laminated pine, oak, anything like that, but not chocolate brown. Let's go a white door, I think. Nice clean white door. And shaboink. Washer dry in the bathroom. Mini just says bath caption. Don't know what you mean by there, my friend. What? Why kitchen? Oh yes, in regards to, I'm with you now. Yep. I don't know why. Is a short answer. Very random. Next room. Yes, you're absolutely right. Stop gas bagging Firmbie and get under the next room. You're absolutely right. I'll tell you what we do need to get is some bloody light in this passageway, because it's dark as a dog's guts in here. So let's get rid of those lights there, and ceiling lamps. Rhubarb. Look, let's put some of those back up. Yellow. That's a song, wasn't it? Yellow. Yeah, never do that again. Sorry, I'm not a singer at all. Dark oak in white. That looks pretty good. Actually, I do like that. And boink, and we're gonna need another one down this end, aren't we? And make it exactly the same. And that's almost sort of would have been straight. That's betterer. Bit of light on the subject. That's a whole lot better. I tell you, I'm educated, so I use words like better. Now that we've cleaned up the place, we're going to knock some walls out, weren't we? Or put walls in. So we have a door there which serves no purpose at all. So that'll be bedroom 1, lounge room maybe, or bedroom 2. Could probably put in a bed here, and then the garage. So let's see what sort of layout that we're going to be doing. We want a lounge room, we want a kitchen somewhere, don't we? Where was the kitchen originally? That was in here, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. So we want to fill that area in, because as I said, that serves no purpose at all. So we've got one. Let me have a bit of a think about that. Make a nice bedroom or a living room. You're absolutely right. Now, and that's where I'm actually thinking about whether to do something different here and make the again, we need some friggin' lighting in here. Who hasn't paid? Someone hasn't paid the power bill. Let's put some lights up while we're deciding. I'm thinking of making the garage, and now that we've sold the car, is making the garage into a bathroom, bedroom rather. And wink. There we go. So that's what I'm thinking. Sort of, lounge room. That'll work. Make the garage lounge room, entertainment, sort of community room. No, let me do it, says Lyrics. Look, that would be awesome if if you have to multiplayer. That'd be cool. I'm wondering whether we could put that to the developers. Have multiplayer house flipper. How awesome would that be? Would that be? So what I'm thinking of is that'd be lounge room, dining room area, entertainment area. I mean, obviously, let's close that. Don't know what this will be. Maybe just a little office area. Kitchen here. Yeah, again, that door is definitely going to be filled in. And perhaps a large bedroom. That's the plan. That's the plan. I didn't say it was a good plan, but that's the plan. Where's my whackometer? There it is. You're coming out, wall. You're coming out. No one likes you. You don't need to be there. No, more than happy for you to post any suggestions. If you got a particular style in mind that you'd like to see, then living, then dining, then kitchen. Let me just put this wall in, because I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement that that was a shitty ass place for a damn wall, a damn door. So we'll put a wall in there. Living, dining, then kitchen. So as we come, this is the front door, yeah. So as we come through the front door, living, dining, and kitchen. Well, unless you're saying that living, dining, and kitchen in the garage, that'll work. Living, dining in the garage, and then we'll have the other rooms as all as bedrooms, and that'll give us 1, 2, 3 bedrooms. How does that work for you? That's what I'm sort of thinking over in my mind. I go the kitchen, living room, and dining room in the garage. Convert these to 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and because now we got 3 bedrooms, would that not increase the price? Sorry, let me just read this. Mini Ninja says, "Righto, Firmbie, you have to go eat some dinner in a few. I think it was very nice. It was very fun and nice chilling and watching. I'll probably be back later. If not, I'll see you in the next stream. Stay awesome." Thank you very much, Mini Ninja. I do appreciate you dropping by, and as I said before, it's very humbling that you of 1,000 things that you could be doing, you decided to hang out with little old me. So thank you very much. I am very appreciative of it. Yeah. You go have a good day. Enjoy what you are doing, and yes, say hello to Mum and say hello to Gran for us. Lyric saying, make it open concept. Yeah, the only problem with that going open concept, yeah, yeah, okay, I get that. Well, we can take that wall out there, I'm thinking, and we'll go open concept with lounge, sorry, kitchen, lounge, and dining in this area, and then I think these other rooms will be bedrooms. Mini Ninja, I'd rather stay here than go outside for a bit. Yes, I know, I'm hearing you. But sometimes you just need to go outside and get some fresh air, my friend. I'm not going outside at the moment to give it the big tip because it's like, well, it's not minus outside, but it is friggin' cold. For this neck of the woods at this time of the year, it's cold. It's cold enough to be wearing a woolly. I've got a heater on just behind me. Yeah, you know, look, it doesn't snow, but it gets friggin' cold of a night time. So yes. Mini Ninja, oh yeah, they said hi as well. Well, hi Mum, hi Mini Ninja Mum, hi Mini Ninja Gran. Hope your day's going well. We're over here in Australia. That it's nighttime, obviously, in this neck of the woods. But as I was just saying, it's quite cold at the moment, especially for this time of year. I mean, it tends to be cold, but not this cold. We had some rain yesterday, probably 3 or 4 points, but the wind chill factor this afternoon, this evening is certainly colder than normal. So and the cold, I mean, we don't do well with cold. We're quite a warm climate here, so when it gets to look 5, 6, 7 degrees outside, that's cold for us. I mean, other people, perhaps in your neck of the woods, that's not cold. But I mean, if I was to say to you, when it gets hot, for us, 35, 40 degrees is warm. You say, oh, it's got to 35 degrees, or on the old scale, say 95 or 100. A lot of people think, oh, holy snap and duck shit. How do you survive with that temperature? And that's that's just our summer, and we're used to it. Ninja Grand and Mini Ninja Mum, yeah, exactly right. Hi guys, if you're watching, thanks for dropping by. Again, I certainly appreciate you dropping by. Let me get my hammer out while I'm actually trying to redecorate this building. So, but also reading chat as well. Lyrics are saying it's 7:22 a.m. there. Mini Ninja says it's 14:22 here. 14:22 is that 20 past 2. Think. Don't you make me stop and think now. See, look, I'm trying to multitask here. I'm trying to think, talk, and hit things in game. Yeah, I don't multitask. You guys know that by now. 2 p.m. Yeah, no worries at all. basically. Yeah. But yeah, Ninja Gran and Ninja Mum. Hi, great to meet you. Do pop on by sometime. You know, you know, I don't bite. You know, not very hard anyway. But I mean, we try to be fairly friendly here, and you know, just basically hang out. And that is that itchy nose I was talking about earlier, didn't I? When you start streaming, you know, get an itchy bum or an itchy nose, or you gotta blow your nose, or you gotta scratch, or you gotta do something that's a bit embarrassing. But you know, I suppose at the end of the day, we all scratch our bums. We have to wipe our noses occasionally, and that's just part of it. Originally, I was going to keep all these tools and tool bags and tool shelves and keep it as a garage, but after having a bit of a chat with you guys and bouncing some ideas around, then this is going to be our open plan kitchen lounge room. 24 minutes past 2 at the moment. Yep. I wouldn't trust you with a sledge. Yeah, well, you're right. I wouldn't trust me with a sledgehammer either. I'll give you the big tip. Actually, speaking of which, I might have some perks I might be able to spend. Thank you for reminding me. There's no perks there. I thought I might have some perks to spend. No, I think the only perks I've got remaining is this demolition. Triceps of steel. New perks after 198 destroyed it. Oh, so I gotta destroy a shit ton more walls. Okay, so that's gonna be a while. I wouldn't trust you with a sledgehammer. Yep, read that. Can't you seal the garage door? That's something I've never tried before, to be honest. Your real estate whisperer is in the house. Good morning to you, young lady. We were only talking about you. Well, I suppose we've been streaming for a couple of hours now. It'd be well, about an hour and a half ago. But I was actually saying to the people in chat to go and check out your channel. Let me just try to sell this door while I think. No, we're not going to sell the door. Christina over at Your Real Estate Whisperer, while she's in channel, guys, go and check. Please do go and check out her channel. Listed in the description. Lovely lady herself, Eddie and Sydney are doing some fantastic work on their channel. It is a IRL real estate business, but they bring their own unique style of humor and their own style to selling real estate. So even if you're not into real estate or looking at buying houses or anything like, I would recommend that you just go and have a look at their material just for a giggle, because it's it's a good laugh. As I said, even if you're not into you know, buying and selling of houses, it's still a good laugh. So go over there, tell them I sent you, and I mean, if you want to, if you enjoy their content, by all means, you know, subscribe to their channel, or subscribe to Christina's channel, and obviously click on that bell notification so that you don't miss out on any of their content. They also do live streaming with Eddie as well. Eddie and Christina's do live stream. I think you call it, or what do you call it? Question and answers, I think you call it. Young lady, thank you. Flattery will get you everywhere. But you know, in all seriousness, they're doing some awesome work over on their channel. So very professionally looking, very slick, and it's good fun. I've dropped by a couple of times on their live streams, and yeah, it's always good fun. Mini Ninja is signing off for the day. See you, my friend. Thank you very much. Again, I'm very humbled and thankful that you dropped by and spent some time with us. So It's always a pleasure, and say hello to your mum for me, and say hello to Gran for me. Should take your Gran out for lunch. Go and take Gran out for lunch. Just to say thanks, and that you appreciate Gran for being Gran. And say it's from me. I mean, you got to pay, of course. I'm not going to pay. It's your Gran. You got to pay, but take her out for lunch just to appreciate what she does. Signing off the day. So yep, young lady. Yep. Thursday trivia night. That's what it is. Yes, absolutely correct. So those who are still in channel and those who are lurking in channel again, I keep saying that, in chat, or you're watching this on replay, then yes, Thursday trivia night. Go and check it out. You won't be disappointed. Go and check it out. If you're disappointed, come back and tell me. Because you won't be back to tell me. Just watch it. You'll understand once you watch it. Lyrics: light, bedside table, TV, door. Mini Ninja says, "No, I'm not paying." Yeah, get Mum to pay. Just tell her Firmbie said that you had to. Look, guys, you keep distracting me. What am I doing here? We got bedroom. Oh, that's right. Bedroom, and third bedroom. Okay, so your real estate whisperer. Just to bring you up to speed. This is a new house. We only bought this at the start of the stream. We've gone through and taken out all the rubbish. There's a metric shit ton of bagged rubbish, and there's plates and cups and cobwebs and all sorts all over the floor. And it's probably not that dissimilar to what you've come across in your dealings with real estate. So obviously gone through, cleaned it all up. Look, taken all these doors off, because these doors were, I think these doors were installed when Jesus used to play halfback for Jerusalem. So they've been there for a while. So we had to get rid of those. And that's what I was saying to the guys earlier, is that what I tend to do is take the doors off, do a room up, and once I've finished with the room, put an internal door on, and that just really just signifies to me that I've finished that room. So same with the bathroom. I've gone through and revamped the bathroom. White tiles, as you can see, floor to ceiling white tiles. I think I got you added. Okay. Oh, sorry, I missed your first message. See if Firmbie, keep me posted on Discord on the house works out. Yep, not a problem at all, man. And that's a good segue, I suppose, to those who are watching. By all means, if you want to contact me, my email's in the description below. Discord, Steam, Twitter, normal places, of course. I think I got you added. Yeah, I think you do have Mini Ninja. You're absolutely right. But yes, with a lot more. Christine, I'm trying to run a sensible stream, and if you're gonna make me keep making me laugh here, but with a lot more smell. Yes. Well, you could. You could just about have smell-o-vision in this game, and it would be incredible, because this place was an absolutely. It was. I mean, I was going to use the word brothel, but of course, someone like myself would never know what the inside of a brothel looks like, so I best not use that term. But it was a mess. Let's put it that way. So we've gone ahead and done the bathroom. What was I saying? Oh, the floor to ceiling tiles, of course. Went with white, just a very plain white. Hopefully that sort of increases the sell value. I think I'm stuck on the toilet here. There we go. So floor to ceiling, a couple of mirrors going on there. Need a mirror over the basin there, of course, and the obligatory mirror. So I was just saying to the guys in chat that, you know, we all know what it's like, you know, trying to, as a guy, trying to have a shave without a mirror. So you always must have a mirror above the basin, and it's also good to you know, hop out the shower and for the ladies as well, hop out the shower and be able to do your hair and makeup with a mirror. Also put another mirror over here. As I was saying to the guys earlier, that this is strange to me, having a toilet in the bathroom. Now I know in your neck of the woods you call the toilet the bathroom, or the bathroom the toilet. But over here, basically the bathroom and the toilet are two different things. You know, the toilet itself is in its own room, and the bathroom, basically the bathroom is where you have a shower and a bath, and maybe you know, a towel cupboard and a hand basin. But the actual toilet itself is like a small room somewhere else. You know, we don't normally have the shower, and I mean some places do, don't get me wrong, but it's very unusual to have shower and toilet in the same room, and especially a washing machine. You know, it's unusual to see, or unusual for us to see, washing machine, toilet, and shower all in the same room. You need to finish the house. Yes, I know. I keep getting distracted. I'm on Discord too. I'll look for you. Oh, okay. No worries at all. Yeah. Yeah, not a problem at all. As I said, you know, I haven't got Discord open at the moment, but I normally do. If I'm not streaming, I'll have Discord open. What am I doing? Getting distracted. I was showing you the bathroom and talking about the differences in bathroom. That's what we're doing. Now we're going to make this a bedroom, weren't we? Okay, so let's start. Let's put some lighting up and make this. Which one's the biggest room? We'll make the biggest room, which is probably that one or that one. That's a smallish room. So yeah. Look, let's make an executive decision. Let's make this main bedroom number one. Let's get some windows open, because we are going to be painting, and you know, those who have painted before, it makes practical sense to open the windows and get some ventilation going on. We actually need some lighting, don't we? So let's get to the store and get some lighting happening in here, and get this party started. Not a fan of halogen lights in bedrooms, but really, again, it really depends on sort of the style and the look that you're looking for. Yeah, we'll go with these ones. If it's a separate room, I'll call it a pupatorium. I do like that. But as I was saying, I mean, the other thing that you may be able to shed a bit, excuse the pun here, actually, I was going to say shed a bit more light on as he, let's get rid of that, as he brings the light up. I want that. I should have just actually not sold it, but I only want one of those. Where is your light switch? Chaboink. Okay. Can someone explain to me about these radiators? These wall-mounted radiators is totally foreign to myself. I mean, the concept of a radiator is not foreign. Don't get me wrong. What I'm referring to is that obviously they're mounted to the wall. What I'm seeing a lot of, or especially in House Flipper, is a lot of people will put their furniture, whether it's a lounge or a bed or whatever, right up next to the radiator. Now, is that not a fire hazard? You know, let me know if that is a fire hazard. So a lot of people, let's go. I don't know. We need a bed anyway, don't we? Beds. This is going to be a main bedroom, so we'll go for something of substance. So mum and dad can enjoy each other's company. Wink, wink, my wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Chicka, chicka, wow, wow. And for those who don't understand that, go and ask mum and dad. Double bed, bronze. I think we'll go with cherry wood with gold flowers. Cornflowers, maybe. Gold flowers. I'll just put the main bed there. Someone's just walked into the room, so just give me 2 minutes. I'll just send you on the AFK screen if you don't mind. 2 minutes. Someone IRL is just by the door wanting my attention. So the Pleasure Palace. Yes, it will be. Yes. Oh yes, it will be. As I said, just let me in the comments, explain to me about the radiator and whether it's safe or unsafe putting furniture next to the radiator. Be back in 2 minutes.
Are you looking for a mature and committed gaming community to share your passion with? Then 87 may just be what you're looking for. Boasting members from all over the world, all being able to enjoy a wide range of online games, from Battlefield 1 to Stellaris, World of Warships to World of Warcraft. So for all your gaming passions, remember 87. Links in the description below, and for all T's and C's, refer to the Code of Conduct on the forum's webpage. And now, back to my game.
And we are back. Sorry about that break in transmission. Yes, the better half just wanted my attention for a couple of minutes. So, plus it gave me a chance to go and get a drink. So, excuse me. Just needed to wet the whistle. So as I said, just let me know whether that's unsafe. Whether Christina, if you've, I don't know whether, I'm sure you've come across this before, whether you've come across, you know, furniture right in front of radiators. But as I was saying, to me that's unsafe. But while I'm chatting, I can be looking at some paints. Here we go. What do we want to do on the walls? Presumably, well, I tell you what, I was going to go with a painted wall. I've just had a thought. I know it happens occasionally. Occasionally, I do have a thought, and even rarer, they tend to be good thoughts. Floor panels and coverings. No, we want wall panels. Wall panels down the bottom. Of course, they are. The picture. That's an outside panel. That's our outside panel. I want something with the wallpaper. I mean, wallpaper, it used to be in, then it come out, then it's almost back in again, quite honestly. And there's a couple of wall panels that are quite light, a couple of wallpapers rather are quite light. Buy a packet of those and a packet of that one there, and see which one that we like. Boink and boink. Nah. Oh, that's so much knowness. That's going. That's so much knowness. Once we've got the floral wallpaper, floral wallpaper does nothing for me at all. But what I do like is that there, with that sort of that separation between them. So gonna go with that. We will need a couple more. Which one was that one? That one there. We'll probably need, I'd say, 3 or 4 packets of those. So we'll get those lay it out on the floor, and we'll get crack-a-lacking getting those up on the wall. Unfortunately, this is the boring bit, so just talk amongst yourselves. But as I was saying, that's what I was saying before. I was before my wife sort of come in and wanted me for a couple of minutes. Is that wanted my attention for a couple of minutes? Is about having these radiators close to furnitures, and how safe that is. To me, a radiator. I mean, if it's hot water, it'd be all right, I suppose. Now that I sort of thinking about it, I mean, over here, a radiator is an electrical device. It's electric, and of course, it's got quite a large element in it, and that's why I think sort of how dangerous it would be having furniture that close. Now, if it's hot water, warm water, and they have warm water circulating through it, then it wouldn't be dangerous, would it? That's a thought. Yes. Because as it up until now, I've always thought thought of radiators as being an electrical device, not run by water. And that would make sense. If you'd run hot water through, from your hot water service, through the piping, through your house, through your radiator, and back out again, that would work. Yeah, I could get my head around that. But it's always, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's just a game. But you want to get it, as realistic as possible. So, and that's what I wouldn't say it was, driving me crazy. I wasn't losing any sleep over it. But it's just one of those things that you think, oh, see that's going to drive me crazy. That's actually now going the wrong way. I wouldn't say I have OCD, but that is going to drive me batshit crazy. That lines up with that pattern, but those panels there never do. And it's the same with the outside panels. If you remember on the last house that we did the outside paneling. See, that looks like crap. What am I going to do there? That is going to drive me nuts. Again. I think the OCD is kicking in, guys, and that is going to drive me nuts. Let me get these corners work up here done. See, to me that looks normal. To have a cornice or some sort of moulding around the corner of the room, that's normal for us. Well, that's normal for a lot of houses around this neck of the woods. And there's that many different cornices these days. It's I remember doing a reno where instead of just 50mm half moon cornices, we actually put in, I think they're called cottage cornices, where instead of just being 50mm, they were like 120s or 130s, and they were still poured plaster. But they were, huge things. Terrible to cut too, by the way. But you'd have to. I mean, thankfully, because they were plaster, you didn't have to be that. I mean, you'd have to be reasonably accurate, but because it was plaster, you once it's up on the wall, once you stuck it up on the wall and screwed it down and wait until everything dry, you just come back and plaster up the gaps. So. A bit of plaster just to hide all manner of mistakes, believe you me. So once it was dried up, of course you take the screws out, plaster over the screw holes, plaster over any gaps, sand it back and paint it, and you'd be none the wiser. So yes, that's the cornices. Oh wow, look at that! I didn't realise we've actually been going for 2.5 hours. So we're probably not that far off from winding it up, to be blatantly honest. If there's anyone that has any other questions for me or suggestions for a house flipper, then I'm all ears, and certainly now is the time to throw your questions at me. Before we do that, that is gonna drive me batshit crazy if I don't do something about that right now. Excuse me while I wet the whistle. I'm thinking of just painting that the window frame. Paints, plaster paints. Let's go with a white. Where's my paintbrush? Handy dandy paintbrush. And that's just going to finish that window frame up quite nice. Ugh, look at that! I've painted the. We'll fix that up. Fix that up in a moment. There we go. There tends to be a little gap in here, or did I? Oh, don't paint that bit. Yeah, that's. Take no notice of that. Let's get another panel and set up right now, like so. Now that actually, perhaps we'll do a bit of parkouring onto the bed. Allow me to jump on the bed? No. Okay. Would you just have to put up with this close version? But to me, that looks cleaner than having this paneling going the wrong direction. So let me get my handy dandy paintbrush and do those windows edges. Yeah, that's interesting. It allows me to climb up on the bed now, doesn't it? There, boink, boink, and those bits there. Bit of more paint. Can I reach it from here? I can. Excellent. Righty ho. And back to paneling. Okay, some more paneling behind the bed head. That's always important, isn't it, boys and girls? Ask your mum and dad again. Yep, happy with that. That looks pretty good. We're going to need another pile of wallpaper by the looks of it, but I'm quite happy with how that's coming together. It's certainly 100% better than it was previously. And we're certainly going to need a little bit more paneling, but I do like that separation that this paneling gives to the room. Where are we? Wall panels. Which one was it again? Wallpaper diamond? Was it not? That looks almost sort of similar. Hopefully it's the same. But I mean, again, you could have quite easily just painted the place. And but I mean, we've done painting that many times. I just wanted to go with a different style or different coverings. Now, whether this makes a difference to the buyer's appeal, well, that I couldn't tell you. What I could do is actually move the office to the other place. Oops, wrong button. So that that's what we should do. We'll go over to the other place, move the office. Now, those who don't know, basically it defines this place as your office if your laptop is here. Now, if your laptop is here, it thinks that this is your office and it doesn't bring potential buyers in. So we'll just rip over quickly to the other house. Go to order, X's Revenge. Oh, that's the order that we didn't finish. Okay. Let's pop over to this one, and when we go over to this house, we'll bring our laptop over, which then defines this house as our office. When we go back, when we go back, the buyers will pop up. What do I want? This one, move office here, and we'll just pop our laptop there in the filth, the grime, and the dirt, as one does, and then we'll go back to that one. And when we come back to the house, as I said, because we've moved our office, originally, for those who haven't seen the game before or just getting into the game, you do start off with a very small 1 bed, 1 bathroom shack, basically, and that's your office. And most people in game do it up and get rid of it just because it's just a crappy looking thing. Why haven't I got buyers coming up? Oh, there they come. So we'll just have a quick look at the buyers. There we go. And by bringing those up, it tells you what the buyers want in their house. So, for instance, the Johnson's family, they got a list of likes there. 2 bathrooms is just right, so they like 2 bathrooms. Must be a decent kitchen. Wooden furniture makes a home very cozy. We want even more, so they like bedrooms. They like decent kitchen. They like wooden furniture, place for their books, comfy bed. We don't want to overpay for purchasing expensive furniture. So they want a desk. Well, there's 1 desk, and we have 3 kids, so they want plenty of desks for their children. So it gives you basically a list of likes and dislikes. Like, selling real estate IRL, people have specific needs, and basically, if the property meets their needs, they'll pay a premium price. So it's good to have. Here's me pointing at the screen, as if you can see me pointing at the screen, you idiot. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see the buyers there. As we do something that meets their needs, you'll find each one of those buyers obviously got a little thumbnail with their profile picture on it. To the left of that profile, picture, basically they have an up and down arrow. And when you do something that meets their needs, it'll go up or down. Did we not buy enough paneling? Obviously not. Okay. Store. Paneling. Buy. That'll be right. We've got to buy a whole stack just for like 3 or 4 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's call it 12 panels. So I do keep half an eye on the buyers on the left-hand side there, and just looking at. And it doesn't hurt just to pop on buy, as we did a moment ago, as to what their likes and dislikes are. If you're targeting a specific buyer, again, I keep reverting it to real life buying and selling. For instance, in game there's a family. Obviously, what you put into a house that would resonate with a family would not resonate with a survivalist. Like a doomsday prepperist. Prepper. God, I've got really good English today. So obviously a prepper would like survival rations and first aid kits and emergency water and generators and things of that nature. Where obviously a family of 3 or 4 want multiple bedrooms, multiple bathrooms, open plan living, spacious living rooms, the needs that a family would have. So basically, to get the most out of the selling of the property, just pay a little bit of attention to what their needs are, and basically you end up with more cash. That's what it boils down to. So we're finished with that paneling for the time being. We've painted those 2 rooms. We've got to put some put some curtains up in a moment, because obviously you know, Mum and Dad don't want people looking through the windows, as no one does really, I suppose. Where would one find those? Curtains and blinds, of course one would. And one would must stop referring to one as one. Close blinds. Okie dokie. Oh, open, close. No, we want assemble. What we want. Screw those in. And that's the same old all across the world. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. And we'll put the same over here. Assemble. Mount bracket. Righty tighty. That's one there, and we should do is then hopefully that fits in there. Let's try. Oh, it is. Phew. I was a little bit worried that it wasn't going to fit. Okay, so we've got some blinds going on. Might even throw in curtains and blinds. Okay, well, we've done the blindy bit. Look, we're gonna need a wide curtain, not for a baby boy. Grassy green. Ugh, grassy green. No, thank you very much. That's very very psychedelic green, isn't it? Doesn't do much for me at all. Magenta. Okay. Yeah, that might work. Bit pastely, really. Cyan, yeah. Nothing really jumps up at me to be honest. And normally, if that's the case, I tend to go by the safe route and just put the whites in. So nothing did jump up at me that says, oh, you know, I'm going to look good here. So we are just going to go with the white. Like the old saying, keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid's always a good motto for most things. So curtains there, and I don't think we'll put a large curtain in here. That's a wide one. I think we'd have to go with a narrow. Minimal narrow curtain in the white. That go in there? Yes, it will. Excellent. We'll mount that little critter in there as well. Wonder if I've got any cold coffee left. Hang those. Excellent. Lordy. What else? We need a cupboard of some description. Cupboards. Wardrobe. That looks pretty stylish, doesn't it? Stylish wardrobe. We'll go with a white. Do like that. Sort of modern antique-ish sort of look to it. We want it sort of pulled back a little bit because obviously we've got a power socket there. I'll just click on it just to see where that power socket needed repairing, and in this case it didn't. So we've got a wardrobe there, a couple of bedside tables, and let's just go this way. Table should be a bedside table in here somewhere. Coffee table, bedside table, that's what we want. Look, I'm digging that sort of style. We can have one here and one on the other side just for the uniformity going on. What's those things that you put at the end of your beds? Is it, you know the ones I'm talking about, don't you? those cupboard things that you put on the end of your beds. No, that's hanging. We don't want that. You know what I mean, don't you? Those long, flat. There's a name for it, like foot cupboards or cow cupboards, or there's a name for it. And for the life of me, I can't think of it. What's going to fit in there? I think that might fit. Yeah, look, that's a fraction too big, really, for what we want. Well, let's go over the next section. Let's go plant to. Whoops. Try that. Why isn't that coming up with the plants? Okay, well, the other way would be to actually click on plants. That works for me. As I was saying, I probably said it about 20 minutes ago. We have been going for a while now, and we're coming up close to the 3-hour mark. So I might just put a couple of more bits and bobs in and actually wind it up, to be honest. And whether I change games or just go and play and record something else. We'll see how we go. A monsteria. I wonder if that's going to be too big. I think that's going to be too big. Okay. What about a table lamp? That'd probably work better than a plant, won't it? Table lamp. Table lamp cube, table lamp, table lamp. Yep. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. One over there. And one over there. If these are... Look at that, you can turn them on. I've never noticed that before. There you go. Learn something new every day. So what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is wind the stream up. We have done a fair bit today. As I said, we are getting close to the 3-hour mark. So it's time to sort of have a break, have a rest, have a bit of a stretch. You know, if you're in that part of the world where it's daytime, go outside, see some of the sunshine. I want to, again, do some shout outs very, very quickly. A lot of people that I've listed in the description below, do go and check out their channels. Go and share some, you know, it's about sharing the internet love. As I said, BigShadows over there, Little Shadows over there, Ctn Rye, the gaming community links over there for those who do enjoy their gaming content, and not just these type of games, but you know, a whole bunch of stuff. There's just probably way too many games that we play across sort of the gaming community. As I said, you know, over 1,000 members these days, so you know, a whole bunch of stuff. The list is just phenomenal. So you know, the community has its, you know, has a Discord, has a TeamSpeak website. You know, there's merch there. Go and check it out. It's free. You know, love to hang out with you. You know, if you like you like hanging out with people that are like-minded in the gaming industry and the gaming genre, then come and hang out. If you're not into games, come and hang out anyway. Love to chat to you. As you can tell, I do like a good chat. Mini Ninja, I know you've gone by now, my friend, but thank you very much for dropping by. Lyrics God, thank you dropping by. Christina from Your Real Estate Whisper. And see, this is why I need a break every 3 hours, because words and English doesn't, what I'm saying in my head and what's coming out of my mouth, two different things. Oh, I can't work. Yeah, I need a coffee. But do go and check out our channel. And as I said before, looking forward to working closely with Christina and Eddie at Your Real Estate Whisperer. So thank you very much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to have your company. And as I said before, of all the things that you could be doing, you decided to hang out with a little old me and hang out in this corner of the interweb. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your company. Certainly do appreciate it. And I'll look forward to it in the next one.